Welcome to my channel where I teach you how to create amazing games on Roblox Studio. In today's video, I will show you how to make a cash shop that will allow players to purchase in-game items with Robux. It's a great way to monetize your game and make it even more successful. So whether you're a beginner or an experienced developer, this tutorial is for you. Sit back, relax, and let's learn how to make a cash shop in Roblox Studio. First thing what you want to do, so if you guys do just want to download a free model, it's down in the description. Or if you want to learn how to script, I will explain all of the code I do and what it means later in the video if you want to watch through the video. But if you aren't bothered to do that, you're a bit lazy, go to the link in the description and get a free model. First thing you want to do is you want to go to started GUI and make your GUI. This will obviously be the cash shop. It will be best to make a button first, so I'll do that. So you want to add a GUI and obviously customize it to your liking. I'll make a button as well down here, name it like cash or shop GUI, add in a frame, and what I'd recommend is getting a plugin, offset scale, so it sizes it properly on different devices, otherwise it will be all scuffed on different devices. I'm just gonna make this quick, and I'm gonna skip to where the GUI is all done, and I'm gonna show you the scripting part of things. Also do make sure in your text, make sure to put on text scale down here, so it scales it properly, it sizes it properly. As you can see, now if I make this bigger, it makes the text bigger. Now inside the frame, add another frame. This will just be for the buttons by the cache. How you could do this is inside the frame, you could add a UI padding layout. You could, for example, maybe add another frame. I'm gonna duplicate this by pressing Ctrl D, get rid of this and get rid of this. And then this, I'll just make this smaller, change the color to something maybe darker or lighter. I'll size it properly, and if you as you see, it's in front of the text. Okay, now what you could do to line all of these up properly, if you see, if I copy and paste it, I'll have to do it individually. So now you can add a UI padding and UI list layout, so you can see how this is up in the top left now. Now if I duplicate it, all of them will be lined up. So I just want to customize these to my liking again. UI padding left, I'm gonna do it 1 to 0, or maybe 0.1 to 0. Padding top, same thing here, 0.1 to 0. As you can see, it's more like this now. Okay, so as you can see, it's not very centered, so you want to customize this so it works well. I'm going to maybe lower this to 0.075, see if that works. That looks fine. So if I duplicate this, if I go on here and press Ctrl D, you see it's under it and it's not really spaced out. So I'll go to UI list layout and change the padding to 0.1, 0.1, 0, and here you can see fill direction. I want it to be horizontal, so if I keep adding this, you see wherever 0.05, exactly nowhere to go. So you could do this. I'm going to make these frames bigger. I'm going to remove all of them. I'm going to keep it how it is, but I am just going to remove these. I'm going to customize it a little bit more. I'm going to drag it down a little bit, add a UI corner to make it look slightly nicer. You obviously want to make a button, and if you want, you can do an image, or you could do like just a title saying how much money, how much Robux cost. I'm going to change this by to green, a bit darker maybe. Offset scale, I'm going to size it and then get text scaled on. For this, for example, you could maybe do the amount it costs. So maybe like, let's do 10 Robux. So I'll do this and then 10. And then in the same buy frame, let's actually change this buy frame. Maybe let's do it 1k to buy, and then in here I'm also gonna add a text label which will say how much you get out of it, which will be 1k coins. So 1,000 coins. Let's scale. I'm going to remove a background by going here and pressing 1. I'm gonna scale the text. You see, it's not very good, but if you do spend time, you can make it look a little better. I'm going to duplicate this, change this to 5k, maybe make this 30 Robux instead, and change to 5k. You can keep doing this for how much you want people to be able to buy the Robux for, buy the cash for the currency. You can do this again, change this to maybe 50,000. I'm gonna do a big jump, and this I'll make it 150, and I'll name this 50k, and then I'll do another big jump, duplicate, and I'll change this to 1 million coins, making it let's do 500. Obviously you can do your own amounts, but these are ones I'm doing today. Now what you want to do, you want to do the actual leader stats, which is being in the top right corner that displays the stats of a player. So first thing you want to do, you want to go into server scripts service and add a script. Name this leader stats and do game.players player added connect function. I'll explain what all this code does later. And now you want to do local leader stats equals instance.new and folder. And over here type in player or PLR player. This is basically the player which is currently on the server, or any player to be fair. So do this player, I'll explain this later. Leader stats dot name equals leader stats, and then now what you want to do, you'll make a local cache equals instance dot new, and let's make it int value. We'll also put this leader stats local cache dot name equals cache, and then the same for here. You need to do it in speech marks leader stats. Now if we join, if you look in the top right corner, you see the player stats as a player stat cache, and I will currently be on 0. So now what you want to do is in each of these buttons, what I should have done earlier is delete all of these. Make sure to delete all of these, and in here add in a local script. Before you do anything, what you want to do, you want to go to Roblox into the create tab up here and go into your game. First thing you need to do is go up to file, you need to go file, game settings, save to Roblox, and I'm going to call this tutorial. Make a creator. If you have any groups, you can change it into group. Team create, obviously this is all optional. I'm going to save it. You want to go into the game settings next after it saves and loads up. Okay, so now that you have saved the game, we'll go to file, game settings, go into security and get allow HTTP. You don't need this. Enable studio access to API servers and allow third-party sales. Now save this, and now go to your Roblox, go to create tab, and then associated items, developer product, and here is where you make developer product. You need to give it a name. I'm going to give mine 1k coins. I'm gonna copy this and make the same description. This is 10 Robux, so I'll put in 10. I'm pretty sure you need an image. You don't need an image. And now you keep doing this for all your developer products. So now I'll do 5k coins, 5k coin, and just do this. I'll make this 30 developer product. I'm only gonna do 2 for the sake of this video. You want to go into this frame, get into the inner frame and the button, and in this local script you just made, you want to do local ID equals local player equals the game.players.local players, and local ID equals, now you want to go on here and just copy this ID over here. Oh no, this ID, pretty sure. Yeah, that ID. You put it in here, and now you want to also do local MPS, or name this whatever you want. Oh, sorry, I forgot to explain this code. Do the stats. So what this does is when player joins the game, first gets a player parameter, which is the current player, and then what it does, it creates a folder in the player called leader stats, and this PLR means it parents the folder to the player. Then here it creates cache integer value, and it places it into the leader stats folder, and then you name this cache. Over here now you want to do MPS, or name whatever you want, name it, equals game get service, game get service, and marketplace service. This is the service where all of the Robux purchases are done from, the game pass and stuff. So what you want to do, MPS and then prompt product purchase, and the reason you don't do game pass is obviously not game pass, so you want to do this. Here's the codes if you don't want to watch this video, I guess. This always helps out. If you go on here, it usually does show a bit of code to help you out. You want to go prompt product purchase, and now you want to do player, so player over here, and then ID. So now if I get into the game and I press on this button, it should prompt me with a purchase. Now getting into the game, if I press on this, I haven't pressed on it, but if I press on it, oh yeah, that's why. It's because you need to first, obviously you need to do game script, dot parent, mouse button one click, mouse button. You need to do this in a button, and you'll do script.parent dot mouse button one click, connect function. So this basically just fires whenever the button is clicked. Now you want to paste this or cut it and paste it into here. Now if I press the button, it should prompt me with that purchase. Well, now it won't do anything if they buy it, because you actually have to give it a function. Now if I press this, you see this shows up. You want to do this for all of your buttons, and just replace the ID with the ID of the Game Pass. And now you want to go into server script service, add another server script, and what you could do, name this for example buy cash, and now you want to do local nps equals game get service and marketplace service. Now do nps dot process receipt equals function process info. It doesn't really matter what you call this. I'm gonna call this receipt info, and now do enter down here. Now you're gonna do if receipt info dot product id equals, and then you get your Game Pass. So I'm gonna get this, copy this, go back into here, equals to this, then local player equals game dot players get player by user ID receipt info dot player ID. Now go to down over here, you do player dot leader stats. Now we gotta look back at the leader stats. Player dot leader stats dot cash, I think I called it. Go cash dot value plus equals and an amount you want to add. So over here I want to add 1,000 coins. So you go plus equals 1,000. Now return, and now you want to go return and dot product purchase decision dot purchase granted. Okay, and then if you do want to add more, you do have to go else if, and then you do receipt info product ID equals, and then get your other ID. I only have this one, so I'm just going to this one, and then you do down here. So what you do, you just basically copy this, put it here, do the rest of this. So I'll just copy this, Control C, put it down here, and you just keep doing this, adding more, changing this and changing the ID. And if I get into the game, you see this should work. I'll press play and I press the button, I should get 1,000 cash. Start with 0, I press on here and I spend 10 Robux, and now I have 1,000 cash. And since this is the developer product and not a Game Pass, you can buy it multiple times forever and ever. Unlike a Game Pass, you can only buy once. That's the differences between a Game Pass and a developer product. So I can keep doing this, adding more, getting more cash. And so far, the cash doesn't save, but if you do want a video on that, on how to save the leader stats, then get me to 5 likes, and sure, I will make a video on how to save leader stats, so like cash and all your other stats.